Hey, Gary Mintchell here. I'm back home in Sydney, Ohio, but I spent all of last week at Anaheim, California with the Emerson Exchange. Actually, it's called the Emerson Global Users Exchange. And they brought 3,000 registered attendees, give or take a little, to Anaheim, to the Anaheim Hilton and Convention Center. Tons and tons and tons of sessions going on, some interesting keynotes. The most amazing thing was actually just the number of people and the enthusiasm and so on. We were at dinner or at lunch on Thursday, and Thursday's when they give the awards for the best conference tracks and for the Plant Web. Plant Web is their overarching architecture for putting together all the Emerson solutions, and that's a major award that they give out every year. And John Barra came back out of retirement to give the award, and it was a special moment there. But there were more than 2,000 people probably, still there on Thursday. The huge ballroom is filled with people, and the buzz was amazing. And our associate publisher, Glenn Godino, looked at me and he said, "Who said engineers can't talk?" So yeah, a lot of the reason it's called Users Exchange is to bring users together and exchange a lot of information and so on, and that they did. I sat in a number of conversations, and actually our team from Automation World ran the show daily, and so we were all over the place taking pictures, doing videos, and so on. You could see it all at a website called emersonexchange2012.com or at automationworld.com. You can see either place. But it was an exciting event. Let me think about the big announcements. I did come back with a little bit from the airplanes, I think. The new Delta V version 12, which includes a ton of stuff. Most importantly, I think the safety integrated system built into the electronic marshalling / charms architecture, which is very interesting. And it includes a lot of other things along with it, including some asset management, AMS suite stuff that went along with it. A lot of just so many new products. I wrote in my blog, and the CEO of Emerson Process, Steve Sonnenberg, got a kick out of my little comment that Peter Zornio, who's the chief strategic officer and in charge of R&D and some marketing within the company, gave the technical keynote, and he was going through the products, and we were in a private interview, and Peter said, "Well, I would have liked to have said more." And I said, "That's exactly what I said in the blog. For a guy that is known to be able to talk fast, even he couldn't squeeze everything into the keynote." So there were a lot of new products coming out. Let's see, wireless. Wireless has reached 1 billion operating hours in 10,000 networks, defined by gateways, I think is how they could count that. But, so wireless, no more is it just like we talk about it, if then. Wireless is mainstream. It's just used, and a lot of people use it, a lot of sessions on it, very interesting. And I can't really detail any other things that are going on, so Delta V version 12, the wireless things. Read about, go to the website and read about all the other new products that came out. A lot of enthusiasm. Steve Sonnenberg was for a CEO keynote. A lot of times they'll get up and not say too much, like business is good, thank you, or something. But Steve got up, and the company was a year ago, a little over. There was the floods in Thailand, which really disrupted a lot of electronic manufacturing, and it really hit Emerson hard. Last year, he came right out and said, "Hey, our supply chain was constrained. We really depended on this plant in Thailand that's flooded. And so we're going to be scrambling." So this year he said, "Well, we really scrambled. We really appreciate the customer loyalty that stood with us through the whole thing." And in fact, some of them even helped. He told me, privately, for public, that because people would look in their stocks and say, "Hey, I've got extra. I could sell some of these back to you, so you could help the person down the street," and so on. And there was a lot of really kind of cool stuff that came out of it. It was a scramble. They did lose some orders. Anytime you get a supply chain disruption. But one of the big things for Emerson that came out of it was a thorough risk management study of their whole supply chain, and going back and taking a look at the whole big picture of supply chain and mitigating these risks and trying to diversify a little bit. A lot of stuff going on. It was really cool. I always love these conferences where you can go to and there's a lot of energy and enthusiasm. If only we could translate all this enthusiasm of all these engineers, like bring in some young people and show them the enthusiasm and the things that we're doing and the things we do that benefit society. Maybe we could get more of them involved in pursuing a career in Chem-E or Double E or the automation engineering or control engineering, all the things that we do. That would be cool. So we'll have to think about that. Is there a way to let the young people see how great this industry is? So anyway, this is Gary Mintchell wrapping up the Emerson Global Users Exchange 2012 that was held in Anaheim in October.